ABC's Faith Abubey in St. Petersburg with a look at how Florida is bracing for Debby. Hey, Faith, good morning.
There is absolutely no doubt that Tropical Storm Debby is getting closer and closer to us here in the Bay Area. There have been heavy bands of rain, intense winds, and of course, take a look at the seawall here. There's already water coming over and gathering along the sidewalk here. Earlier, when we got here, there were people walking around. There were people walking their dogs, exercising, but now you see nobody. There's only one person who's walking over there onto the pier. So a lot of people have cleared out. The governor here telling people that it's not safe to be outside. Actually, go ahead and finalize those plans while you still have time, even though the storm is getting closer and closer. When it does arrive, forecasters expect it to be a Category 1 hurricane when it hits the Big Bend area of Florida. Now, what happens afterwards is the concern. The storm is going to linger and bring flash flooding, intense rain for several days, not just here in Florida, but also in North Carolina, South Carolina, and parts of Georgia. In fact, Georgia declaring a state of emergency ahead of the storm. So that tells you how seriously this storm is being taken by officials. Also, President Biden has been briefed on the conditions. The administration is working with FEMA to shore up resources and also work with the states to shore up resources as well. There are 3,000 service members with the National Guard here in Florida on standby for rescues, search and rescues, anything they need. Yesterday, we were talking to homeowners. Some of them are concerned. They say that when they hear the forecast, it's nerve-wracking. They don't know exactly what to expect. Some of them have been through this before. It's been intense. Some of them have not. And so it's just a wait-and-see game, and they hope that they are as prepared as they could possibly be. And so we're watching again as Debby gets closer and closer to us here in the Bay Area.
And this all just getting started. Faith Abubey, thank you. Joining us now for more on the preparations being made ahead of Tropical Storm Debby's landfall, Red Cross spokesperson Stephanie Fox. Stephanie, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. We heard earlier Florida's governor warning residents about the dangers of this storm. What should people in the area be doing to prepare?
Yeah, good morning, Whit. Thank you for having me. We want folks to take this threat incredibly seriously, whether this is a tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane. The threats are going to be the same. So it's very important folks take the time to know where their evacuation routes are, where they're going to go if they choose to leave their home, have the necessities to take with them, and to know how to stay in contact with both their loved ones as well as local officials to get that pertinent information.
I think that point you made is critical, that sometimes people say, oh, it's just a tropical storm, it's not a hurricane, but we're talking about a serious storm surge and serious flooding, and the dangers can be just the same. So what kinds of resources are the Red Cross mobilizing ahead of the storm?
We've been mobilizing volunteers for the last couple of days, and that will continue up until it is unsafe for us to move folks into the area. And then as landfall occurs and the storm moves out of these areas, we will additionally add more folks. We have shelters that are opened in several areas. Folks can find those by visiting redcross.org or downloading a free Red Cross emergency app. And of course, we have supplies that are pre-positioned in areas to get to those hardest hit areas as quickly as possible.
All right, Stephanie Fox, thank you so much, and wishing the best to you and the rest of your team. We appreciate it.